Hello everyone, good evening. It's Amanda Bach from Boxstar Stamping. Hope you all are having a lovely evening. Let me just get my comments up here on my iPad. Make sure you say hi when you hop on so I can say hi back to you. That would be wonderful. All right, tonight we are going to be working on a technique that I don't think is talked about nearly as much as it should be. So we're going to talk about it. How many of you have heard of the Stampin Ink Spots? They're just little bitty, and they are on page 129 of our catalog. Hey, Betty, thanks for watching. All right, so if we turn to 129 in our catalog, they're right here. And I couldn't find them anywhere else in the catalog, but I want us to not forget about these because they are so awesome for this technique I'm going to show you tonight. So they come blank, and then you use your re-inker and you create a little ink spot. These are perfect for traveling or for doing work on the Stamparatus. They're very good for that. So I'm going to show you another way you can use them tonight. All right, so we're going to start with a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. Just plain basic white, not thick, just regular. I'm going to put a piece of scratch paper underneath my thing here. All right, we're going to start with the lightest color, and I have chosen Balmy Blue. And then I have these other Stampin' Spots that I get from our paper pumpkin. I'm going to take my thing off. I completely forgot to take that off. Every month I get a paper pumpkin, and it comes with an ink spot, and there are many different colors, so by the end of the year I have 12 colors. This month's came with 2 different ink spots, so that's pretty cool. All right, so tonight I've chosen Balmy Blue, Night of Navy, and Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to show you what to do. All right, so you're going to hold your paper. You're going to swipe. And swipe again. So I saw this technique from Jay from Atosu Crafts, which if you haven't followed them, please do so because I love them. He did a project the other day using this, and I can't get enough of it. All right, so you could do this with your regular size pad as well, but just know that you're gonna, have to maybe only get to use 2. Okay, now I've got a Post-it note that I've just folded in half that I'm going to place there because I don't want to get my fingers inky. Next, I'm gonna take the Night of Navy, hold my paper down, and do a swipey swipe. Now this one obviously is a little drier. I probably should have re-inked it, but I kind of like it like that, so I didn't. Come on now. There we go. And then I'm going to finish up with the Blackberry Bliss. I think I have another Night of Navy I used earlier because I already used a Night of Navy and it wasn't that dry. And you just use the re-inker and you re-ink it and it's back to normal. Ooh, yes. I like that it gives kind of a texture to it. All right. So there it is. Quick, easy, fun, colorful background. And you can do all sorts of things with it. So that's what we're going to do tonight. This is my June host code. If you place an order with me under $150, please make sure that you use that host code. If your order is over $150, you get all the host code benefits. Also, starting Thursday, 24 hours only, free shipping on any order over $50 US. So if you are wanting to place an order, especially those things you might not have purchased yet from the January through June catalog, you have till June 30th to get anything you want out of this catalog, and then it goes away. So Thursday was a great opportunity to get those last chance products that you may not have purchased yet in this lovely catalog. I plan on making a small purchase. I just need some cardstock and such like that. Okay, so what do I do with this? I have some options for you tonight. Option 1, we're going to make a card like this. Okay, I believe I used Poppy Parade, Coastal Cabana, and Pumpkin Pie. And I put it on a Poppy Parade card base. But I want to show you how I did this with the black so that I got a nice crisp image. We are going to use the Stamparatus, which is on page 144. This Stamparatus is a stamping platform, and it's great for projects that you want to stamp repeatedly, if you're making multiples, or if you're using a very intricate stamp and you want to make sure that every little bit of it stamps. We're going to use this one. I did this in Mint Macaron, Pacific Point, and Gorgeous Grape, and I'm going to turn it like this. I'm going to put it in my Stamparatus. Now this is a very strong magnet. I've put some washi tape on it so that I can pick it up easier, although it just ripped off, but that's all right. These things are strong. There's 2 of them that come with the Stamparatus. Do not get them near each other. Your fingers may get injured. But if you do ever find that you get them stuck together, don't try to pull them apart, slide them, it works. So I'm going to put this here, and my paper is going nowhere. All right, so this stamp I have from the Quiet Meadow stamp set, which is on page 110 of our current annual catalog. I love this image, and we're going to use the Thinking of You as well. So I'm going to take my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to stamp up my, good grief, ink up my stamp and close the door and give it a good press. Give it a good press. Now I want my image to be really dark, so I am going to do it again. See how you can, it's not super dark there yet. Okay. All right, Pacific Point is probably my favorite blue, and Gorgeous Grape is definitely my favorite purple. There, that's better. I think I'm gonna do it one more time. Get it even darker. You could use StazOn. StazOn is a darker ink, but I found that it kind of gunks up my stamp, and we do have a cleaner, but I like to just use Memento. There we go. That's the level of color that I wanted with that one. And I'm totally crooked on my thing. Let me fix that. Okay. So what I have done is on the other side, I've put the Thinking of You. This is great for multiples, or if you have trouble with your hands and have a hard time holding the bigger blocks, this is a great tool for arthritic hands or people who don't have a lot of hand strength. It's a great way to use it. All right, and I'm gonna do one more. And I realized I got some ink right there, but I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna live with it. There we go. So there is a quick and easy background, quick and easy way to make a very pretty card that I'm sure anyone would love. So this was 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm gonna mat it on a black layer of 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 that I'll put somewhere, and I'm gonna put it on the Gorgeous Grape. And I'm sure when it comes time to finishing this card, I will make the inside pretty. But today I just wanted to basically show you the technique, so I'm not going to worry about the inside today. So it's going to look like that. Take my Tombow glue. You could use any color combo you like. Blue and purple is my favorite color combo, so I find myself gravitating toward that quite often. Sunset colors are also very pretty. Always start with your lightest color and go to your darkest color and have fun with it. It's only ink and paper. There we go. So there's a quick and easy card. Now I do have some Retired Gorgeous Grape embellishments, so I will probably put a few of those on the front, or I might just leave it as is, or I might try to figure out a way to cover up that mess up I did right there. We'll figure something out. So here's the one I showed you earlier with the Poppy Parade. But I want to show you another way you can use this background swiping technique to create a beautiful card. So what I did here is I did different reds. I believe this one is Mary Merlot, Real Red, and I think that's a Coastal Cabana, no, Calypso Coral. There we go. Anyway, I ran it through the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, and it kind of looks like fabric now. Now, I definitely would have stamped before I embossed, but I didn't plan on actually stamping on this. So I thought I would do a die cut of something there. But I just want to show you that you can also emboss it after you stamp it, and it looks really pretty. But I did one in Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue, and Night of Navy that I thought reminded me of the sea. So I got out my Seascapes stamp set with the Sea Life dies, And I love this seahorse die. So I cut it out in black. We're going to put that on the top there. Now, if I was smart, what I would have done is when I cut this out, I would have put adhesive sheets on the back, but I didn't do that. So we're going to have to be very careful when we glue. There is a thank you from the stamp set that we're going to use. Just had to find it real quick. We're going to put it right down there. So the same basic layout, just using dies instead of stamps. Now, I haven't made sure that this one is straight yet. So what I want to do is just test it on my paper. Yep, okay. Because I put it on and then I lost it and couldn't find it. So this one's going to be a thank you card. Real simple. And what I will probably end up doing is, I know somewhere I have some Coastal Cabana sequins that I will probably throw on the front. Ooh, or maybe, you know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do? There's bubbles. There are bubbles in the stamp set. Let's use those. Do any of you have this stamp set and dies? I love this one. Reminds me of the ocean. There we go. Put it there. And actually, let's use the Night of Navy ink pad. We're just creating on the fly here. I'm going to put some bubbles for our seahorse. There we go. We'll stick them right there. There we go. Ooh, I want some more. Put some more right here. There we go. So very carefully, I'm going to put some of our glue on some of the bigger spots. Not too much. The teeniest, tiniest dab will do. It really will. Don't need a lot. Then you're going to have a mess and smudges and yeah. And I don't care if he's a little bit loose on here. That's okay. All right. So when I say a little bit of glue, you can see I really do mean a little bit of glue, not a lot. All right. Put him over here. Looky there. All right. He's going to live on a black mat as well, which is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I like to do 1/8 matte layers. I know a lot of people do quarters. I do 1/8. You can do whatever you would like to do. It really depends on the card for me. Sometimes I do quarters, but a lot of times I just do 1/8. All right, so there is our thank you. I'm gonna hold him down just a little bit. And I'm going to put him on a balmy blue card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. We're gonna put him on front of there. And then I wanna show you what I do with my largest stamp block quite often. So I know I have enough glue on my little seahorse guy, but he hasn't quite stuck yet because he needs some pressure put on him. And I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to sit here and do this. So here's what I do. He's going to live under there for a little bit. And then I am free to go about my business like that. Ooh, there's some old sequins I have that are kind of sea color. I might throw on the top of that one. I love mixing old and new. All right, so I'm gonna stick him over here under the big block. I do that quite often with my watercolor things too. If they're curling up, they get thrown under the block overnight and then they're flat again. Okay, one more I wanted to show you. I don't know about you all, but I can't get enough of this artistically inked stamp set and dies. This is so much prettier than I thought it would be. I just can't stop playing with it. So I did one more ink swipe. I believed I used, I should have wrote this one down. I think this was a Rococo Rose, Rich Razzleberry, no, Rococo Rose, a Retired Buried Burst, and a Rich Razzleberry? Something like that. Anyway, some pinks. I did this beautiful, very detailed die. And as I ran it through my Stampin' Up! Die Cut and Emboss machine, I thought to myself, you know what I should have done? I should have put adhesive sheets on the back of this puppy, but you know what I did not do? I did not put adhesive sheets on the back of this one. So this one will also be real fun to glue. And by real fun, I mean not really, but that's okay. So it's gonna go right there. And then I'm gonna take the thanks from that stamp set and I'm gonna put it, actually I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna put it right near the bottom. in the center as I can make it. Okay. My dog is snoring, so sorry if you hear that. All right. So I don't want to get this out of shot. I'm going to move this out of the way. Love this die and this stamp set. Actually, I'm going to put it over here on a lighter color so it'll be easier to see. There we go. There's our thanks. All right, with our Tombow, you could also use the fine tip glue for this, but I like Tombow a little bit better, so I will just randomly find some spots to stick some glue on, the bigger spots. This die is great for masking, for stenciling. Cut it out and then use your blending brushes over the top of it, and the paper underneath is just beautiful. I've done that a couple of times now. I do want to show you the inside for this one. I had an idea I wanted to do, so we are going to do the inside of this card. Okay, that should be enough. How do I want it? We'll put it like that. There we go. And same thing, it's going to get the big block stuck on it for a little while that glue soaks into the paper. So while it's soaking into the paper, I want to work on our inside, which I just have a 4 1/4 by, no, a 5 1/4 by 4. But I thought, I'm going to move it over here. Move it over here. We're going to take this beautiful ink blotch stamp, and I've already put it on a stamping block. And we're going to use the Rich Razzleberry, I believe. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I want to stamp it first to make sure that that's what I want. I'm going to stamp it off. Let's see what that looks like. There's what I want. See the difference? That's just a little dark for me. These distinctive stamps, sometimes I like the stamped off image better. So what I'm going to do is always stamp off. Let's see if I remember, because sometimes I completely forget. Okay, we're going to go along the bottom first. See? Sometimes I forget, so you got to yell at me. Got to yell at me. Let me forget. I'm going to turn my page, going to kind of overlap this one over here. Kind of gives a, I don't know, I just love this look. I don't even know how to describe it. Just love it. And also, see what I'm doing? This is a thank you card. I'm taking up room in the middle, so you don't have to write as much. Super quick. It just changes this piece of paper. I love it. It's okay if they overlap a little bit. And one more. And what I'm actually going to do is turn my card sideways. There we go. That is going to be an impressive middle. When they open up that card, that will be a surprise. And I like that. So we're going to go ahead and take our Rich Razzleberry base, fold it in half, give it a good creasing with our bone folder, glue our inside down. Again, you do not need a lot of glue. Don't over glue it. Tombow glue is crazy strong. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, I think our intricate die has had enough time to stick to the paper. Yes, it has. All right, we're going to put it on its matte layer. And I've gone up 1/8 of an inch on all of these. You can do 1/4. I think 1/4 is probably more popular. When I'm using designer series paper, I generally go in 1/4s because I like my card front to be, no, I do it in 1/8 because it's 4 inches, because you can get a lot of cards if you use the 4-inch size. All right, stick it on my front. So these were simple, quick, easy to make cards. Now, of course, you can bling them up if you have any accessories you like to stick on the front. I could have embossed this, heat embossed it with our black embossing powder. Could have done the same thing for this one. All right, so those are some ideas. So I just want to remind you, on Thursday, June 24th, free shipping on any order over $50 US, and you'll get a free gift from me. So make sure you don't forget, it's only for 24 hours, so don't be late on that one. And then starting July 1st, selected designer series paper from our current annual catalog is on sale. I'm not sure the percentage off yet, off the top of my head. And here are the other examples that I have for you as well. So use those Stampin' Spots. Ink them up yourself using whatever re-inker you have. They're also perfect to use on the Stamparatus. All right, so hopefully you have enjoyed tonight's video. If you have, please make sure you give me a like. And if you haven't liked and followed my Facebook page, that'd be awesome, Boxstar Stamping. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, that would also be wonderful. All right, hopefully I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.